Good evening, gamers. My name is Karku. This is a double upload on this channel. If you watched a video earlier today, it was going over yesterday's blog for the upcoming Season 17, and today they released a weekly recall, which is their weekly article, which I thought they were going to release every Friday, but today is Wednesday. 5 days later, they actually pivoted and rerouted some of their ideas and their timeline and their roadmap for Season 17 and beyond. So I think it's pretty important to go over, so let's see what they have here. The weekly recall, Journey to Season 17, published on June 18th, 2025, this Wednesday. Hey everyone, welcome to another weekly recall with us, the Stadium development team. We've absolutely loved all the feedback about Stadium, and we're glad you've been having fun climbing the ranks and racking up rewards. In the spirit of keeping more open communication rolling, we have some updates about future features to share, as well as some exclusive peeks at Season 17's upcoming offerings. Let's get moving. So, roadmap rerouting. If you ever set out on a big summer road trip, questionable gas station snacks in hand, you know that construction and detours are a guaranteed part of any grand adventure. We recently updated our Stadium roadmap and wanted to chat about why we've rerouted a few pathways. Okay, first, Unranked Stadium, or their quick play version of Stadium, is now slated for the release in Season 18 instead of 17. We know some of you were looking forward to queuing up with your friends across platforms or Stadium skill tiers, but that's exactly why we're taking extra time to launch Unranked. We want to do things right and deliver a comprehensive version that everyone can enjoy, complete with all the bells and whistles. Crossplay will be fully enabled with Unranked, so your whole squad can finally dive in together. The backfill feature we mentioned in the last weekly Recall Stadium blog will also ship with Unranked, and we're working to make it even better. Instead of just heating up quick plays leftovers, we're building a backfill system unique to Stadium that will empower late arrivals to help their new teammates. You'll be given Stadium cash appropriate for that point of the match and get time to shop and set up your builds. Beyond that, we're calibrating the system to avoid throwing you in for the last few minutes of the game. Now, rerouting doesn't always mean delays. Sometimes it leads to a quicker trip. We previously forecasted that Stadium Trials would release in Season 18, which offers quests to complete for bonus rewards. Instead, we've bumped up competitive drafts up to Season 18 and moved the Stadium Trials to Season 19. Though we can't share too many details yet, competitive drafts will bring a new level of strategy to hero picking in Stadium, giving you more agency over heroes you want or don't want to play against. Hero orders have also been shifted. Pharah will be joining the Stadium roster in Season 18 alongside Winston and Brig to offer a new gameplay style to Stadium. Sojourn needs a bit more tuning, so now she'll be added in Season 19 instead, and we may use a future weekly recall to share exactly what the process of bringing Sojourn to Stadium looks like. You'll also notice a speedy new addition on the updated roadmap. Tracer will zip into the lineup with the Season 18 mid-season patch. Your feedback that she should be part of the Stadium crew as soon as possible was heard loud and clear. Okay, so in short, it looks like they've moved some stuff around. It was a big, I yapped for a little bit, but the TLDR, or like in short, the short summary, is that the unranked mode that was promised next season is delayed to Season 18 instead. So instead of getting it next week, we're probably looking to get it by early September. So this entire summer, you will not have unranked because this is a 9-week season. Like, season begins next Tuesday, June 24th. 9 weeks after that, we're basically the first week of September. So still, that's a long ways away. And in that new season in September, if you guys go back to school, if you guys are young and you're back in school and stuff like that, you don't get the summer to play, Stadium with your friends, which is a little unfortunate. You'll still get Junkrat Sigma Zen and the Esperanza push and the Samoa control map. You have a little roadmap picture here. When that September hits for Season 18, Sojourn will be replaced by Pharah. The backfill system at least looks like they need more time to work on it. This is a lot of words just to say it's not ready yet, because it's probably really annoying with backfilling. Because let's say somebody leaves and they're like 30k Stadium cash and the rest of your team's at 40k, they're feeding, they're tilted, and they leave. Who's to say that backfiller comes in and gets more cash, or they get the same amount? They said something about having cash appropriate to that point in the game, but I think it also needs to be scaled to how progressed that person who left was too, in my opinion. Additionally, they mentioned something about competitive drafts. I actually forgot that they're gonna add this, so I think we mentioned in the suggestions box that they should actually rotate heroes in and out of Stadium. But this is an interesting idea where you literally draft your team in Stadium. Because it feels really bad if you play, I don't know, Junker Queen right now, and they have Zarya and Kiriko, right? Bubbles and Suzus and stuff. So like if it's a draft mode, maybe the tank, they pick Zarya first, and like you can see that they pick, and then it goes back to you. And then if your team is opting to pick a tank, you don't pick Junker Queen if you see the Zarya being picked immediately. You go back and forth, back and forth. That's actually an interesting suggestion and something they're going to implement to kind of help be a workaround against like queuing into stuff that just counters the absolute shit out of you, and it feels really bad in its current state. But that's very interesting that they're bringing that in. Cool. Tracer's coming in as well in season 18 mid-season, so that's probably end of September, early October, so still a long ways away. Okay, season 17 tidbits is the next section. One of your most requested features is the ability to create custom stadium games, either to perfect your builds or run lobbies with your friends. We're happy to say that custom games will be enabled in season 17, so next week. Not only can you set up custom parameters within lobbies, but you can choose which game modes to run. Custom games will gain more functionality in season 18, like the option to add bots and play with the unranked rule set. And there's even more. 2 maps, the Esperanza and Samoa, got stadium makeovers, and that'll be added to the map rotation in their respective modes. The team put in extensive work to improve the aiming down sights, or the ADS function, on heroes like Ashe, Ana, and Freya. So expect a smoother transition from the third-person perspective to scopes that you'll have sniping support, that'll have you sniping supports in no time. This one's a big one. One of the reasons why I had to play first-person specific, I mean, I play mostly first-person. I have tried third-person Ana, Ashe, and Freya, but it felt really clunky to speed, like, you know, over the shoulder peeking and then zooming in, and there's like this weird animation to it. It just felt off. But I hope this feels smoother, and it will probably incentivize me to genuinely play these heroes in third person, so I'm excited to see this one. And then they also said competitive drives will be heading to Stadium in the latter half of season 17. We can't share much yet, but some fancy name card bling is guaranteed. Okay, build bonuses. Most of our discussions about Stadium Forge have been about your ability to create and share builds. You'll be able to add creative names, long descriptions, and categorize items by early, late, and flex categories. But a lesser known feature of Stadium Forge is the ability to easily steal build ideas from other players. So, if a player on the enemy team is dominating the lobby, you'll have the option to save their build to assess or use it to exact revenge later. Each build will be accessible with a 5-character code, just like the workshop codes, so they're easy to share and easy to swipe. There's pros and cons to this. This is not my favorite system. I was really hoping for like a built-in web browser, a built-in system kind of like Deadlock, where you can literally like scroll down and have like a, is it called a repository in the coding world, or the web development world, where you can just see like a list of people's uploaded stuff. But I don't know if you can bake that into the Overwatch client. I think Valve is able to do it because it's Valve. You know, this is what we got for now. That's good though. And as a token of our thanks for joining us on this roadmap adventure, we've asked some of our developers to share personal Stadium Forge codes that you can use to test the import feature. Your mileage may vary as far as guaranteed stadium domination is concerned, but we can at least promise they're fun. So we have a code for the Overflowing Healing Orbs Moira. The name of this build, or the description, is that you can create tons of healing biotic orbs by utilizing the synergy between attack speed and optimal overflow. Ability power will empower these orbs. Use Fade to restore your biotic energy. Your secondary fire still does reasonable damage thanks to hybrid items. And this is the import code. And then we have the Overheat Sa or Rissa. Lots of heat generation and cooldown reduction, so you can overheat often, which spawns barriers and deals burning damage to enemies. Flex in some survivability or more AP as needed. And here's another code. I mean, it's here, but like you guys won't be able to do this until for another 6 days. So I don't know who's actually going to try importing this build. Don't worry, guys. I'll be making a couple of import codes, like one build for every hero on the main channel with an import code. It may not be the best build, but it's definitely like one of the more solid meta builds at the current time. But the meta may change next season when they patch Stadium. So I'll give it a couple days when the new season hits, see what's strong, and then try to come up with some early codes for like a nice generalist build. Any case, that is the update for the weekly recall for Stadium. Let me know what you guys think. I'm mostly excited for the draft system, but I'll leave it to you guys. Open discussion. See you guys there. Bye.